What's going on, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix. I'm back with another video. Sorry, I've been kind of busy, been doing a lot of things, so I'm back making videos. And look, I'm getting tired of YouTube. I'm gonna be very honest with you, man. I'm gonna be very, very, very honest with you. I'm kind of getting tired of YouTube, and let me make it clear. Let me make it clear. It's not that I don't like to make videos. Is that being a content creator on YouTube seems kind of pointless.
Hello, this is Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And make sure to subscribe to Andy Matrix's channel. Now on with the show.
And as you can see here, what I'm screencasting here, I'm here at Deadline.com and it says Oscars. Oscars shocked. YouTube wins TV rights to host Academy Awards beginning 2019. So YouTube is going to be hosting the Oscars. Now, in the past few years, if you know anything about the Oscars, okay, if you know anything about the Oscars, nobody, and I mean barely anybody, watches the Oscars anymore. The Oscars have been losing ratings, okay? They've been losing viewership since like 2016, since like 2016. It went from like what, 30 million all the way down to like 8 million. So who cares about the Oscars anymore? The average person doesn't care about the Oscars. You know, when I was young, I used to watch the MTV Awards. Those were fun, but I mean, I feel like a lot of these award shows, they're just celebrities, patting themselves on the back. That's what it is. Patting themselves on the back. But look, it seems like YouTube is moving in the direction of national television. I mean, they're hosting the freaking Oscars. They're moving in the direction of national television. They just want to become the new TV. I mean, and YouTube already is the new TV. But the whole point of YouTube is to have the average person creating content. Okay? I don't want to go back to watch daytime television. I don't want to flip through channels like I used to in the 2000s. Once I got internet connection in the 2010s, man, I barely watch TV. I go to the movies, but I barely watch TV. I don't want to go back to that time. Okay? I don't want to flip through channels, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't either. And another article I wanted to show you is this. This is from cordcarternews.com. Wait, where the frick is the content, damn it? Oh, here we go. Cordcarternews.com says YouTube TV added 750,000 subscribers to the third quarter of 2025, according to a new report. So as you can see, YouTube is trying to be like Netflix. They started the YouTube TV subscription model for, I think, years ago. I'm not sure if it was before 2020 or after 2020. I forgot. I think it was a little bit before 2020. But they're trying to be the YouTube. I mean, they're trying to be the Netflix. Trying to be like Netflix. Just another streaming service, except it's a little more expensive. It's like $30 a month, I think. I think it's like $30 a month. And they're going to have all kinds of stuff, like cartoons, anime, sports, all that stuff. But they've really been trying to grow their YouTube TV subscription thing, right? And if you notice, a lot of the things that they've been doing to creators, the average creator, right, it hasn't really been helping. Like they've been changing the algorithm in a way that screws up. It messes with creators. And that's why I think last year, I think it was earlier this year, 2025, or late last year, 2024, a whole bunch of YouTubers created. MatPat, I think PewDiePie is still around, but a whole bunch of popular YouTubers, they decided to either they were going to stop making as much content, right, or they just leave the platform altogether and move on to do some other type of business. Right, and then new creators is getting harder and harder and harder to grow. The only channels that I see that are doing pretty well are reaction channels, but then YouTube has been attacking a lot of reaction channels, because to do reactions you have to show other people's content. You're reacting to somebody else's content, and many times YouTube still doesn't like that. YouTube has created too many rules. The original YouTube that started in 2005 and in the 2010s, it was supposed to be for users, right? It was supposed to be a video platform for regular people. You upload, for the people making anime videos, the people that travel, the people that even to start a business. You start a business, you upload your video to YouTube, and you can get sales, leads, customers, whatever. And it's getting harder to do that. YouTube wants you to buy ads, subscribe to their YouTube TV service, and yeah, because they no longer want to rely on creators. They don't want to share revenue with creators anymore. What they want to do is just make most of their money from their YouTube TV and from other, from their ads, their advertisements, with their ad partners like Disney, and all those people, right? And that's why they just really haven't been doing much to help creators. They've actually been making it harder. And unless you got into YouTube like 2018, you started your channel back then, a little bit before the pandemic, then it's just really hard to grow. It's just really, really hard to grow. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people are switching over to TikTok. I personally have found that there's a lot of freedom on TikTok. There's things that you can say on TikTok that you're not allowed to use, that you're not allowed to post on YouTube. And there's creators on TikTok that they're creating content that you don't see on YouTube. And the reason why you don't see it is because the YouTube algorithm is so screwed up. It's so screwed up that it's like, they just keep feeding you the same thing. I mean, I scroll through YouTube both on my desktop, right? On my laptop and on my phone, and I keep seeing just the same videos. I don't see anything new. And there's people that I have subscribed to that I haven't seen their videos in a long time. YouTube doesn't care about creators. They're trying to push out their creators and then just become a corporate, Netflix type of business model. That's what they want. I mean, they're hosting the Oscars, for God's sakes. Do you need any other signs? So I really hope other platforms like Rumble grow, or people can go there and just start making, just start growing, just start. If Rumble could become more of like a people's platform instead of like a Netflix, instead of like YouTube, that'll be great. I think this is one of the reasons why TikTok is so awesome, because TikTok is for users. TikTok is not. They're not trying to make it. They're not trying to be the next Netflix or anything like that, another streaming service, right? The platform is for users, for content creators. That's why I jumped onto TikTok. And that's why I haven't been making a lot of YouTube videos. I make videos for Angry Guy, but that's about it. My channel hasn't grown. The only reason my channel grows is because of Angry Guy. Angry Guy has been giving me a lot of traffic. So I got what, 2,800 subscribers. But overall, man, like, I remember back in 2020, 2021, 2022, I would post a video and one of my videos would get like 2,000 views. And I didn't even have that many subscribers back then. 2,000 views for one video. Now, the average view that I'm lucky if I get 100. I'm lucky if I get 200. I don't get a lot of views anymore. My channel's not growing. YouTube is no longer a place where you can rely on. And also, a lot of people have been getting hit with the ad revenue. If you look at, what's his name, The Quartering, his ad revenue has gone down dramatically. Tyrone Magnus, same thing. Revenue has gone down dramatically. A lot of people have just been losing a lot of money on YouTube. It used to be that, you start a YouTube channel, you grow. If you get 10,000 subscribers, you can start making like at least 300, 500 subscribers. I mean, $300 to $500 per month or something like that. And if you have one of those money-making channels, like a finance channel, talking about, finances, saving money, helping people get out of credit card debt, things like that, or real estate, you could have 5,000 subscribers and make like close to 500 or more. You didn't really need a lot of subscribers back then to make good money on YouTube. But now people that have 100,000 subscribers, even in the finance category, they're not making a lot of money. They're really not. YouTube is cutting back on ads. You know, they're not paying people as much. And YouTube is now putting ads on videos that have not been monetized by the creator. So like many other corporations around the world, YouTube has just been getting more and more greedy. Imagine that. They're just becoming more and more and more and more greedy. So I'm still gonna post videos on YouTube. It's just not gonna be as much. I mean, I have no desire to subscribe to YouTube TV for whatever. I don't care what channels they got. You know, there's other ways of watching that stuff. If you guys know what I'm talking about. But it looks like YouTube has about 1 million subscribers for their YouTube TV thing. And let's see how it goes. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I just kind of wanted to rant a little bit and tell you why I haven't been posting a lot. You know, YouTube just feels hopeless. It feels like, what's the point? You know, I guess even scrolling on YouTube is just, you know, just keeps feeding me the same thing. You know, I miss the old days. I miss the old days before, you know, I miss the old days when you would enter a keyword like how to do something on YouTube, and like you will get endless videos. And in the page, like the page on YouTube, when you were scrolling, it would have pages, right? It would have like page 1, page 2, page 3. So you would have to like keep looking for more, right? But now, as you're scrolling down on YouTube, you know, it just refreshes and it shows you popular videos, you know, that, you know, so that which is the videos that makes them the most money. Right? But it's not the same, man. It's not the same, and we're not going back to that era anymore. We're just not going back, and we just kind of have to accept that and move on to the next thing, something that works. And some people are cutting off social media altogether, which I kind of feel the same way. But I don't consider YouTube social media, and the reason why is because YouTube is a video platform. You're not posting pictures or posting what you ate on, you know, what you have for breakfast, or that trip you had to Japan and Tokyo. You're not posting that on YouTube. It's just you're consuming videos. And that's one of the reasons why I like TikTok. Right? A social media website will be like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You know, you're posting your family pictures, you're posting your freaking, I don't know, what you ate for breakfast, right? That anime convention trip, you know. That's social media. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It's your boy, Andy Matrix. Tell me what you think. Comment below. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. It's your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed, baby.